Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Master English Hub, where learning English is easy and fun. I'm Eve.
It is so good to be here with you, Eve, and hello to all our friends watching and listening at home.
How are you today, Adam? You look very relaxed.
I am very relaxed, Eve. I spent the whole afternoon painting in my backyard. The air was fresh, and I felt so calm. It was a perfect weekend.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. I love quiet afternoons. They help me clear my mind.
Yes, exactly. It gives me good energy. But, Eve, I am also a little curious about our topic today.
I am happy you are curious. Today, we are talking about something very useful. We are talking about how to talk about your hobbies in English.
How to talk about your hobbies. That is a great topic. What does hobby mean exactly in simple English?
That is a great question, Adam. A hobby is something you do in your free time just for fun. It is not for money. It is not for work. It is for your heart.
Ah, I see. So it is not about cooking dinner for the family. It is about baking cookies just because you want to.
Yes, exactly. It is about joy. And talking about your hobbies is one of the best ways to start a conversation in English.
That sounds beautiful. But how do we start? What do we say? Is there a special sentence?
No special secret, Adam. Just simple phrases. You can say, in my free time, I enjoy, or I'm really into, or my favorite hobby is.
Oh, I'm really into. It sounds so natural. I can say, I'm really into gardening.
Perfect. And remember, in English, after enjoy or love or like, we usually use the ing form. I enjoy reading. I love swimming.
Wait, so I don't say, I enjoy to read?
That is a very common mistake. Yes, say, I enjoy reading. The ing form sounds much better here.
Okay, so I start with, I enjoy reading. But then the conversation stops. What do I say next?
Great question. You ask questions. You can say, how about you? Or, what do you like to do? Or, have you ever tried it?
Haha, so it's like a tennis match. I hit the ball, and you hit it back.
Exactly, Adam. Conversation is a two-way street. When someone shares their hobby, listen carefully. Then say, that sounds interesting. Or, how did you get started?
I love that. It makes talking feel easy, not scary.
Talking about hobbies becomes easier when you practice. I have a small story about that. Can I share it?
Yes, please. I love your stories.
Well, my friend Maria was very shy. When someone asked, what do you do for fun? She always said, nothing. But she actually loved photography.
She hid her hobby?
Yes, she was afraid her English wasn't good enough. One day, at a language cafe, someone asked her again. She took a deep breath and said, I like taking photos of birds.
Did people laugh?
No, everyone smiled. One person said, wow, can you show me your pictures? Maria showed them on her phone. Soon, 3 people were asking her questions about cameras, parks, and birds.
So her simple sentence opened a big conversation.
Exactly. One short sentence changed everything. She didn't need perfect grammar. She just needed to share her joy.
That is so inspiring. But Eve, I still worry about making mistakes. What if I say the wrong word?
That is very normal, Adam. But remember, people want to connect, not correct you. If you forget a word, just describe it. If you forget the word knitting, you can say, I make clothes with 2 sticks and yarn. People will understand, and they might even teach you the word.
Oh, I like that. 2 sticks and yarn. It is funny, but it works.
I want to try this more. Maybe I can practice at the coffee shop this week. That is a wonderful idea, Adam. Small moments are perfect for practice. When the barista says, "Have a nice day," you can smile and say, "Thank you. I'm going to practice my guitar later. It's my favorite way to relax."
Wow. Just adding one sentence makes it feel friendly.
Yes, hobbies are not just for you. They are bridges to other people.
Eve, I have a question. What if life is very busy or stressful? Can hobbies still help?
Yes, absolutely. When life feels heavy, a hobby is like a small vacation for your mind. It doesn't have to take hours. 10 minutes of drawing, 5 minutes of stretching, or listening to one song can reset your mood.
I felt that last month when I was very tired. I just sat and folded paper airplanes. It felt silly, but I laughed.
That is a perfect example. Joy doesn't need to be serious. Sometimes the simplest hobby heals the most.
I'm thinking, how do I find a new hobby to talk about? My phone is always distracting me.
Put it down for 1 hour, Adam. Try something small. Borrow a book. Watch a beginner video. Ask a friend to teach you. Your heart will tell you what feels fun.
I agree. The internet is loud. My heart is quiet. I need to listen.
Exactly. And when you find it, you will naturally want to talk about it. The words will come easily.
I think my heart is telling me to try baking. I want to make bread for my family.
I think you will be wonderful at that, Adam. You are very patient.
Thank you, Eve. That means a lot. You encourage me too.
We are a good team, practicing together.
We are. Oh, Eve, I just realized something funny.
What is it?
When I first heard hobby, I thought you said happy. I was so confused. I thought you said how to talk about your happy in English.
No, Adam, not happy. Though hobbies do make you happy.
I was thinking, Eve wants me to describe my feelings instead of my activities. I stood there looking very serious.
Well, hobby and happy sound a little similar. But remember, hobby is the activity. Happy is the feeling.
Yes, I know that now. Hobby, not happy. My English ears are improving.
That is a great example of how listening gets better with practice. And yes, hobbies bring happy feelings.
It takes work, though, like learning a new language, one word at a time.
Yes, one simple sentence, one new phrase, one conversation at the coffee shop.
Hey, don't forget my baking, one burnt loaf at a time.
Even a burnt loaf can be a funny story with friends. That is conversation, too.
True. If we laugh together, it was a good loaf.
Exactly. If you are still listening, comment heart below. We want to know you're with us.
Yes, comment heart and tell us your hobby in one sentence.
It really is. Everything starts with practice. So, Adam, if someone is listening and they feel nervous, what is one simple thing they can do today?
I would say write down 3 hobbies you enjoy, then say them out loud. I like reading. I enjoy walking. I'm into cooking.
That is a fantastic tip. Speak it, hear it, believe it.
Yes, when you practice your own voice, you become more confident.
I feel very motivated now, Eve. I want to go home and practice talking about my model trains.
Go for it, Adam. Practice with purpose.
I will. And I will think about how it connects me to other collectors.
That is exactly the right spirit.
We talked about so many things today, Eve. It was a really good chat.
It was. Let's remember what we talked about.
Well, we talked about what a hobby is, something fun you do in your free time.
Yes, and we talked about simple phrases. I enjoy, I'm into, and using the ing form.
And we talked about keeping the conversation going with questions like, how about you?
Exactly. And my favorite part was remembering that mistakes are okay. Just describe it with simple words.
And talking about hobbies is not about perfect grammar. It is about sharing joy.
Yes. Hobbies are bridges to other people. I'm glad I'm practicing this with you, Eve.
Me too, Adam. And with all of our listeners. Thank you all for joining us on Master English Hub today.
We hope this conversation helps you speak more confidently about the things you love.
Remember to subscribe to the channel so you can join our next conversation.
And please like the video and share it with a friend who wants to practice English.
And don't forget to comment, heart below. Tell us your hobby in one sentence.
Yes, we love to read your stories and cheer for you. It was a pleasure as always, Eve.
The pleasure was all mine, Adam. See you next time, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.